Hello everybody! Welcome. It's so exciting to be here with everybody on this Tuesday. I'm not sure if anybody's here. I can't see any comments, so if you said hello, I can't see it. So if you're here, please say hello or who you are or what you're doing, because I can't. Oh, okay. Okay, good. I can see them now. I can see them now. All right, let's see. Is everything... No, I can see. Okay, we're good. We are good. Oh, they streamed late. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm excited. So let me get my keyboard out of the way. So tonight, we are going to continue on our theme of space. So we are still in space. We are still having fun in space. Just don't mind behind me. Do you see all of these ink pads? My good friend Simon, the Simon Hurley, sent me all of his new ink pads, and I've been organizing them. And swatching and having a lot of fun with them, because we are going to use them for the Create Your Own Ending event this year. And I'm super excited because we have an all-star cast this year for Create Your Own Ending. And we have two or three new companies that are joining us for Create Your Own Ending this year. Some companies that I think you really love. So I'm really excited about that. So let's go ahead and, of course Simon's here. His ears must have been ringing. Okay, So let's go. Did you say? Oh, he said best ink pads ever. Yes, true. Very true. I use them in almost every video. I will give credit where credit is due. So let's go ahead and head down to the table. Let's talk about our freebie that starts, because I am so fortunate that I get to share with you the new freebie every Tuesday. Let's zoom out here a little bit. So this Tuesday, I'm not sure what the threshold is. Jess is still here. She might yell it to me. I don't know if she's even watching this. Let me fix the camera here a little bit. I want to say, Jess, how much do they have to spend? $25? Okay. I'm yelling at her down the hallway. So $25 is what you will need to spend to get this exclusive Dipper stencil. So this Dipper stencil has, of course, the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper. This is exclusive to you right now. As always, the free gifts can be purchased. So in 2026 is the year we're in. You can purchase them if you want. Absolutely. You can go ahead and you can grab it. That's something that's a little bit different this year. Before, you could not purchase them. You had to get them as a free gift. But you could purchase this. I believe it's $5.99. I can't remember. Go and grab this if you would like. But if not, and you want to spend $25, which tonight's supplies will get you there, what we're going to use tonight for our cards, you can absolutely just spend $25 and this will get popped into your order for free. You can either buy it with your order or get yourself to the total threshold so that you can get it for free. It's completely up to you. Completely up to you. So, all right, my friends, tonight we are making 2 cards. I'm using the brand new release from Brutus Monroe to make these cards. Just a reminder, these are the cards that we made last week. We sure did have a lot of fun with these cards, using the overlays and using, of course, the stamp set. This is the stamp set from the release. Well, this is from the new release. That is the what's the word I'm looking for? The inspiration box stamp. Also, this embossing folder is now available for you to purchase separately. So it was free, but now you can purchase it separately, and there is a free gift category. I know it's being updated, and it's kind of always being updated, but yeah, so those are really fun. So let's get started on our card for this evening. So for the card for this evening, we do need, again, the Milky Way. This is our newest space-themed paper pad. Hello, Candy, that you all have been really loving. I mean, I've been really, really loving it. And we are going to use this paper, this piece of paper. So the one that has kind of all the different intergalactic little pieces here. So that we are going to use. We are also going to use this little piece from the stamp set. I already have mine cut and die cut. And we are also going to use I'm Over the Moon for You. Okay. Got that so far. And of my other pieces, we are going to use this planet. And we are also going to use some stars that we already have cut out. I'm going to cut out some more, but I've really been having a lot of fun with this space theme. I know that you guys have been having a lot of fun with this space theme too. So I want to, keep the party going. Let me move these cards behind me because I don't want to. I feel like I need to get like a cool thing for, I don't know, something for behind me that I can clip the cards up to. Maybe I'll get some magnet clips. That's what I think I'm going to do. All right. So, and actually, I think instead of using this, I think we might use this guy here. We'll see how it fits. We'll put this to the side for a second. All right. And we also, let me move this over to the side. We're also going to need the, I know, I did them larger on purpose because of the scale of the way that all the pieces were turning out, like the illustrations. So because of that, I wanted to make them a little bit larger. So I appreciate you saying that. I really do. All right, so we're going to use the Luxe Vellum Pack. This Luxe Vellum Pack has been, I'm not done playing. Well, luckily we still have a couple more weeks. We still have about half a month, so we are good. I'm going to grab the Luxe Vellum Essentials. This is the 9-pack. Next month, I think I gave you all a little hint, but next month is all about getting back to basics. So we are going to be offering these packs as a whole pack, so you can get all of the colors that you would like. So I think that that's really, really cool. But I'm going to be grabbing the Midnight. This is the Midnight color out of our pack here. And we're going to do something a little bit unorthodox. Well, not unorthodox for me. I haven't had a chance to see her card from last night yet, but I'm excited to watch it. All right. So we're going to start by cutting down our vellum. So this vellum does come 8.5 by 11. So we're going to cut this down to 4 1/4. 4 1/4 by 5.5. We'll keep this strip for something later. Have any of you had a chance to try this new vellum yet? Ooh, I love it. I really do. I love it. I love it. Okay, and then we're also going to need to cut down our pattern paper. Let me put this back in here before I lose it. To 4 1/4 by 5.5, but I want to keep this piece, so let's flip this around. Really, that's my middle name, is Unorthodox Crafting. Okay, so 4 1/4 by 5.5. So this is our base, right? So this is what we're going to use as our base and background, I guess is what you would call it, the base and background. I mean, there's no better way, I think, to put it, so that's how we're going to call it. And then for our vellum, you're going to see here, you're still going to kind of see the planets through. Let me zoom in so that I can show you how you can kind of still see the planets through, but you can't. That's on purpose here, okay? Isn't it great? I'm stealing the overlay on white idea. I don't know what that means. Is that something that she did yesterday? Okay. So now what you're going to want to do, this is the unorthodox part, is we're going to tear our vellum so that it creates like this little kind of opening, okay? And you want to tear it towards you because we really want to get that really cool white border. So see what we did there? That's all we did. We wanted to tear this. Now you'll keep this part, right? But we wanted to tear this so that we would get that opening. Now can you guess what that opening is going to be for? Can you guess? We want it to look like he's being torn through there as well. So isn't that fun? I think it's so much fun. And what we're going to do is this border area, we can color that in if we want. But I just thought that this would be such a fun idea. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and I am going to glue this down, but I'm only going to glue it around the edges. Okay, so I'm going to take this and glue just around the edges because I want to be able to, okay, this glue, the best glue ever, but sometimes it needs a little bit of help getting started. There we go. And the Bearly Art glue definitely looks good under vellum. I mean, in my opinion, it does. So, in our second card, we are going to use the spaced set because that has been the most requested thing since I started making these cards, is for that spaced die set to be used again. So again, you're just going to kind of zhuzh this down, and you don't have to worry about seeing through it because this tinted vellum really kind of hides it. Okay, so there's where we're at so far, but see how you can still kind of see those planets through? It kind of gives this really cool kind of dark and mysterious look to it. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and tuck this tuck this underneath here so it really looks like he's kind of busting through, okay? And we're going to go ahead and hit that with a little bit of glue as well. Okay. Thank you to everybody that's placing their orders. Jess will be very excited because we're going to pick and pack them tomorrow. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to grab a marker because I just want to add a little bit of zhuzh. A little bit of zhuzh to the helmet here. Okay, so we're going to use NG0. Just add a little bit of color all around. And then what I'm going to do is add just a little bit more color. I'm loving all the space stuff because my little Scoochie just turned 1, and we have been having so much fun with the space theme because the theme of his party was his first trip around the sun. Oh, I should show you the invitation, but it's not over here. So there, we just added a little bit, just a little bit of shadowing is really what we needed there. Okay. So now we're just going to wait. Once this dries, you won't be able to see any of that, and I love that. Isn't it great, Laura? I really love it too. I do. I really do. All right. So now we have this all done and ready to go. And what I want to do, is I really want to add some stars to the outside here. Okay. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take some of the Brutus Monroe white pigment ink. Okay. That is our alabaster ink, which it might be out of stock. So I'm sorry if it is out of stock. I apologize. I really do. But never fear. It will be back soon. I think it's out of stock. And then I'm going to grab some of the Rainbow Sparkle embossing powder. But first, we need to protect our, we're going to do this just kind of in this area here. So you'll see what I'm going to do. Let me grab, let's just go ahead and grab my instruction sheet here. We'll just flip it over. And what I want to do is I want to take one of our magic powder bags. We've had this magic powder bag for, quite some time. But I want to make sure that I get quite a bit of powder on there. And I'm going to use we don't have these anymore, but I'll just use my microfiber cloth. But I'm going to keep everything like so, okay? And then I'm going to grab a magnet. Oh, I should use the Brutus Monroe. I won't use it yet because we don't have it. We don't have it to sell yet, and I don't want anyone to get upset. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to just place our magnet right there. That'll hold everything into place for us. That should be good. Yep. And now we're going to take the alabaster pigment ink, and I'm going to just do a tap, kind of like a tap and a swirl. Okay. In this vellum, the reason we went with this vellum is because it can hold up to ink blending. It is heat resistant. We went through, I guess, many different manufacturers when we were deciding whom we would be using. Now this brush really needs some brush cleaner. It's been through it. To tell you the honest to goodness truth, it has really been through it. but I'm just trying to get the stars just really in those blue spaces. Just kind of a little tricky because if it goes over top, it's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. But I think we're good now. Okay. And our alabaster ink is very, very white. Very, very white. Okay, so now we should be able to lift this and lift this. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? Oh, I love crafting. I love card making. Don't you? All right, so now I'm just going to take one of our little travel grid mats, transfer this over, and don't worry, that this is going to, I mean, that kind of gives it a cool effect, but we'll be able to clear off most of that dust. Now I'm just going to take my rainbow, what is the exact name of this? Rainbow Sparkle, and place that just in the areas that have that alabaster white. And the alabaster is again a pigment ink, so it's going to hold on to that. Okay, so let me move this out of the way, and then I'm going to hit this with some heat. And then we're going to add some embellishments, put it on a card base, and we are done with card 1. Isn't that great? All right. So let's go ahead and... All right. So let's heat this up. Remember, you always want to make sure that your tool, your heating tool, is very warm before you bring it over to your embossing powder. And of course, you could do this step before you apply it to the card, because you can see it's curling a little bit, but that's just because of how much heat we're putting on it. But it's all going to get placed down anyway. All right. So now, could you see that sparkle? Rainbow Sparkle is one that I say you really should keep at all times in your arsenal. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to place this down on our card base, because we really want it to have a little bit of time to adhere down while we get all of our embellishments together. So we're going to use a mixture of glue and adhesive, tape adhesive. I hate it when these do this. That's why we stopped carrying this particular brand. Does that mean it's out? Nope, just busted. Okay, well, we'll rewind that one later. There's probably a reason it was like that. All right, so a little bit more glue. And then we'll grab our giant paperweight from Jennifer McGuire. Okay. Place this like so. Put our giant paperweight on top. Give it a second. Okay. We'll move this out of the way. And give that a second. And let's do a little die cutting while we're waiting. So I think we can use this die. So I think we're going to do the main portion of it we'll do out of black, because that'll let it kind of fade away. So we'll do this. We'll do this portion. So this is the spaced die. This came back for this release. It's from 2024, but we brought it back. So we'll use this black chunky glitter. I can't remember the exact name of this one. But it is I think it's maybe graphite. No, I don't know. I'm sure someone will chime in, hopefully, and tell me what that's called. But then I want to use the grape. I think it's called grape jam, grape jelly, something along those lines, for the planet. And then we're going to use this beautiful gold vellum for the ring. Okay. I think that'll be fun. So let me cut this down real quick. I know it's one of mine too. But I think having the rings be done with vellum will give it a little more pizzazz. So let's set these to the side. Okay. And then we'll grab our... I do need to order that Simon Hurley. Little mini guy. Because it's rare that I'm full size cutting things. So I need his Scout. I think that's what it's called. All right. So let me go ahead here. Okay. Because this is really going to add. I can't remember. Let me look at that. I don't think that you're going to even see this. Hold on. No, I don't think you do. So we're not going to use this. Let's just use a piece of scrap. I don't know. We're going to see. If you do see it, then we'll recut it. But I can't remember. I designed this. I mean, this was almost 2 years ago, so who knows? I definitely don't remember. I'm trying to remember things I designed, 20 minutes ago. Okay. So we'll see in a second here. It just cuts it out just perfectly. Okay. So now, and again, this cutting mat, I need a new one. It's really been causing me trouble with, kind of jumping around, but that's my fault. I really shouldn't be using, I've used this one within an inch of its life, and it needs a little love. Okay, so we'll be able to tell right now. Nope, you can't. But it does allow you to do two different colors, if you would like, on the Saturn here. All right, let me put those back. Sayonara, sucker. Jess is leaving. See you tomorrow. Run this through, and we already have our stars ready. But we are going to do quite a bit of die cutting for the next card. Whew. Okay. All right. So now we have our rings. I forgot to ask, is everybody having a good day today? Okay. should be good and held now, and it is. So because of that, we can now take our microfiber cloth and really wipe down our vellum. And it's going to take all of that powder off, well, most of it, and make our embossing powder really shine. Look at that. Oh, I love it. All right, so let's take our planet here. Let's assemble it. Pretty sure, yep, it goes that way. Okay. Some assembly required. And you can turn this on its side if you want. You could use a lighter shade of purple on the bottom to kind of give it some shading. But again, this was created to... Oh, wait. Maybe you are. Oh, I know why. Hold, please. Hold. It's because this is supposed to go down below. Because the ring goes through the center. I was like, why the heck is that not lining up? It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've used this die set, as you can imagine. Well, this portion of the die set. Just last week I used the other. All right, my loves. So we're going to go ahead and place this right in the center here. Oh my goodness, do I love that. Yep. Do a mix. Do get this die. And you, wait a second. Oh my goodness, does this look good? All right, hold on. Let me zhuzh it up a little bit before I show you. Look. With that vellum, get out of here. I mean, come on. So I think we can kind of pop this up. Yep, we're popping it up. All right, hold on. Let me squeeze a little glue under here because this is making me a little angry. Let me do a little. Come on, work with me here. There we go. Sometimes you just need to beat the heck out of it with a magnet, and it'll stay right where you want it to. All right, so let me grab a little poppy here, and we can go ahead and place this. I love that overlooking, just like so. Let's take a couple of stars. Put one here, one here. Use another magnet for a second. Why not? We have them. Use them. Another one. Now let's do a couple little baby stars. Whoops, wrong glue. One and two. Okay. Can lift off our magnets, and then, oh yeah, that's real good now. Oh, I got glue on my... Okay, let's do a couple crystals. We have new of these little guys coming out next month. They're circles. I know. It's like florals in spring, groundbreaking. I mean, we're just changing the shape of it, but I don't know. The shape of some of the things in our craft room make a big difference. I mean, I've always loved the triangles. You know, we came out with the triangles a long time ago. Then everyone and their mother's second cousin came out with triangles. So I was like, what can we do different? So circles it is. And really and honestly, we're just filling up some open spaces here, and I'm most likely going to forget where the glue is, especially with this wild and fun background. I mean, come on. one of our companies that will be at CYOE is going to help you. Oh yeah, no, the gems are already circular. We thought I was losing it. Even more so than I already have. One of our partners that are going to be with us for the event for Create Your Own Ending, which is our biggest event of the year, they are going to help us add a little light to our cards. So hopefully that will give you a little hint. Okay, and then I'm Over the Moon for You is what we're going to add. Now you could add additional color, additional stars, additional whatever floats your boat. I just think that this dark blue is just so beautiful with all of this sparkle. I mean, come on. You could add more planets out here. Actually, let's add a little sparkle of a star out here because we don't have any sparkle in the background. And now you could pop this up. You could turn this into a shaker. You do you. I mean, you know what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it. One of you can say it. I'm not going to say it, but you know what you can do. In this regard, I'm so excited. I had my car inspected today and it was less than $100. I've never in my life had that. Oh yes, the May incentive one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I am over the moon for you. Oh, goodness gracious, do I love that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, I love that. I can't wait to see. All right. That is that. Okay. We're going to make one more card tonight. This one's a little simpler. So if you were a little overwhelmed with that one, this one's a little bit simpler. We're just using a lot of the stamp designs, okay? And I've decided that we're not going to do this lower piece down here. I was going to use a die that we still had in stock, but we no longer do. So we're not going to use that piece anymore. But don't worry, we're going to use our paintbrush guy, because we want this to kind of make it look like he is painting the sky. So we're using this guy. We are going to use this incredible background. Which one was I using? Hold on. This one. Okay, so we'll get all of our bits and baubles and pieces out. Let me move this paper out of the way. And again, this is a simple one. This is a nice and easy one. We're going to use the pieces from our set here. Hold on. We are going to use, let me grab my cheat sheet here. So we're going to use the really cool kind of galaxy. We're also going to use this moon, but we're going to cut it off of there. We're going to use our little Saturn piece. And this is all just to add visual interest. And our meteor. And that is it. And again, we're going to cut this moon off here, which I think will be super simple and fun. Okay, so those are all of our pieces that we're going to use. Let's move these to the side. We're also going to use, again, from the die set, we're going to use this incredible kind of outline, but we're going to also fill in the center. And then we're going to need to cut out our little stars that come with the spaced die set. I'm not sure how many spaced die sets are still in stock. We did just bring it back for this purpose, so hopefully there's still quite a few left, but I am not 100% certain. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to use the pearl vellum to cut out, we're actually going to cut out two different pieces. We're going to cut out with the pearl vellum the outside outer piece, and then the inner piece. So let me just trim this down. And then the inner piece, we are going to cut that out with, hold on, I just had it. Here it is. With our Midnight, okay? And I think that's going to work really, really well, okay? So let me grab our die cut machine. And this card is going to go together super easily. I can't wait. I'm actually super excited. You show 11. Oh, wow. 11 cards? And what's really going to be fun is next month, since we're going back to basics, you're going to see a lot of stuff made for really simple. We're doing birthday next month. And what's really fun is this year for Create Your Own Ending. I'm going to tell you without telling you. Hello, Jerry. Hello, my love. I'm going to tell you without telling you that it's all about the seasons again. So we're taking it back. We're taking it back to our roots. If you remember, we at one time did seasons. What does that look good? Okay, we're not using that part though. We need the inner part of this one. Okay, there we go. We did seasons before, and oh my goodness, did y'all have a good time? I'd had a good time. We did seasons with different brands, and this time we're doing seasons with different brands again. Oddly enough, I am allowing, only 11 dies left? Okay. Oddly enough, that's crazy. We just brought in another 200. So thank you, everybody. I think luckily you're loving the die as much as we do. But anyway, so oddly enough, one of the brands I have given Halloween to, and I'm really excited to see what she does with it, because I think that this particular brand will do Halloween really well. All right, so yes, so this one is all about seasons and holidays and, basically cards that you have to make anyway. So let's give you some stuff to make it with. All right, so for this one, we're going to grab the inside piece this time. Okay. And this is going to just look so cool. Look at that. With the vellum. It just really, we're really going to do this one up right. All right. So let's go ahead and clean off our plate here. It can be tricky to clean off the plate. Also, remember, we have live packing tomorrow. We have live packing every Wednesday. We've been having a lot of fun with it. We've been doing that for a while now. All right. And then we are going to have to die cut out some stars in a second, but not worrying about that right now. It's going to be really good. I am mucho excited about it. Mucho excited. Okay. We're going to cut this puppy down to, we're going to do that one next. I don't know what sentiment we're going to do yet. I have not decided. Okay, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 scraps to the side. I really need to figure out a way to use all those 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 scraps. I'm thinking about it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to place all of this. We're going to place this right in the center, very much like we did our previous one. Okay, and place that right in the center there, center adjacent. You know the drill. And while we're adding some glue to this, because that's the hardest part about this die is the glue. but I think it is so worth it. You don't have to, get every part of it. While you're gluing it, just kind of toppity-toppity. Okay, and then the hardest part is figuring out where this lines up. But if you've made a few of them, you'll know I always line up just this bottom portion first and then kind of follow all the way around, and we're good. Now, bam. Hold that down, okay? Hold it down. Yes, Jerry, I am, I'm finally, after everything, the horrible stuff that happened, or the horrible thing that happened 2.5 years ago, I'm finally getting back to the point where I'm working on the studio again. So I will be doing nights again. Yes. Yes. I miss it. I miss it as much as you guys do. Really, I do. Oh, hold on 1 second. BRB. I have to grab my... Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I forgot my beverage in the other room. I don't know what just happened. The lights were going all over the place. All right. Okie dokie, artichokes. While we move this to the side, let's go ahead and let's do a little coloring, shall we? So let's start with our little painter here. Or our little painter. Well, painter. He is a painter. Yes, indeed. He is a painter as well as... a painter and an astronaut. One can be both. All right, let me grab some markers here. I love my Olos. I really do. NG0 again. We use this for SCT for our little Theodore. Can't wait till you see what I have up my sleeves for fall. It's going to be fun. Just adding a little bit of depth, a little bit of dimension. Not too much, but we want to give him a little color. Okay? And then for his backpack, I'm going to add a little bit of purple. Let's do 4.4, which is Globe Thistle. What a name. We're just going to pull a little bit of that color down. Oh, cool. Kate, you'll have to share it. I'm going to add a little bit of aqua. And this is just because these are the colors that kind of match, the background. You can make the backpack whatever color you would like. And then I'm going to add a little bit of orange to our solar system here. And that's just to give it a little color. There's no rhyme or reason, okay? And then to our asteroid, we're going to do some light orange. And then go back in with some dark orange. Grab a little yellow. Okay. bit of yellow here for our little Saturn. And a little bit of orange. Again, we're just trying to bring out the colors. Okay, and then we'll need our grays again for our moon. We're going to just cut this, trim this little guy off, pretend that we're not cutting the string off. You won't even be able to tell. Just looks like a part of the moon. And we'll keep him. This would be great to put a little balloon. You could just grab a, we have a balloon die. I don't know if we still have it in stock. Okay. And then for the moon, again, we're going to go in with the lighter color, which is NG0, which is the neutral gray. Just kind of completely fill it in, and then take our deeper shade and just come from the opposite direction, and that'll just give us again the look of a shadow. Come back in, and you're going to want to pull some of that color. That's one of the great things about alcohol markers, is you can pull that color towards you, and it makes it really simple. Okay, so let's pull this off. Look at how cool that is. Look at that. I mean, it gives that shimmer and shine that we're looking for. And our little friend is going to go right on the front like that. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. Okay, hold on. Stop the presses. Stop, everyone. Stop, halt, hold. Let's pop this through. We're going to use some of our chunky glitter stock. This glitter stock, if you have not tried this particular glitter stock, this is the chunky, I can't remember the exact name of this chunky. I know you're shocked by that revelation. I need a cheat sheet is what I need. Hold on. Things are flying across the darn room. Okay. Don't move. Don't move. I'm just using a piece of janky Scotch tape. We're going to use, and we're going to hold our breath and hope that it works, because I'm working on something currently with ThermoWeb to hold our dyes down, but it's not here yet. So until then, we're going to use Scotch tape and a prayer. Okay. Because we need a little razzle dazzle. All right. Oh, that heavy machine for these little dies. I need to get back to, I need to order one. Is Simon Hurley still here? Probably not. When I call him later, I'm going to say, excuse me, do you still, can I order one of those? Are they still available? All right, card base. Already pre-cut, pre-scored. We love that. Is this the dud? Come on, come on. You still have so much tape left. Ugh. I hate that. It's the only thing I don't like about a tape runner. Well, is sometimes not all tape runners are created equal. I think we've all learned that through our years of card making. Oh my goodness, I love that. Okay, so let's take our little our little friend here, and we're just going to pop up the body because that will allow his little air hose to be suspended, which will make it look really, really cool. Okay. So we're going to pop him right there, and then his little, you see how that'll kind of be in motion there? Okay, hold on. How are we doing on time? We're okay. We're doing good. All right. And then we're going to grab our moon. I think we'll actually do the moon down here, and we'll trim it off, because where that balloon is, you really can't see it, but it's still, I know it's there. Do you know what I'm talking about? No one else is going to care. No one else will know that that little piece from the balloon is there, but since I do, I need to get rid of it. So let's do this here. Okay, that's popped up as well. Oh, you can smell that alcohol ink. Okay. Trim. Trim. There we are. Okay. Let's add our embellishments. So we have our little shooting comet, and this is just going to really, this is really going to fill it up. That's what we're looking for. We want to really fill her up. Okay. Got our little comet that can go, you know, this away through the sky. I think we'll use our little, I don't know that we're going to end up using that little kind of Milky Way solar system because we have to do our I'm over the moon for you, which is going to go right here. I think that's perfect with the moon there. But I do want to add these too, so because we need a little shimmer and shine. Right? We won't use that moon. We'll use that moon on another card. We're not going to use it on this one because we already have moon in the sky. Although, our solar system has many moons. I love this one. I have to use this one. That like kind of North Star looking guy. All right. So let me go ahead and place this foam tape. Place a little glue. Oopsie doozy. See how that perfectly crests over there? And now we need to add, whoopsies, we need to add our embellishments. So we'll do 1, 2, and you'll get a lot of use out of that. A lot of use out of that spaced die set. I mean, look at what we've done. Stay. In such a short period of time. Star here, and I think that'll be good. Please stay. Okay, it's because I had glue on my finger too. Just stay there for a minute. All right, so let's go ahead and pop these pieces away. And that'll do it for tonight. Show you the 2 cards. We'll show you all 4 cards we made so far. Sure have been having a lot of fun with this set. So this is our 2nd card for tonight. How fun is that? And this is kind of, you know, playing as the moon in the background. Then, zoom out a little bit. We also made this card tonight. And then we also made this card and this card so far. So lots of really fun cards, I think, so far this month. And I hope that all of you are able to make some really cool ones too. So that's everything that I have for y'all today. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for being a part of my life, as always. Remember to create something every single day, whether it is a really fun space card for someone you love or your own ending. I appreciate you all. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight and allowing me to do what I love every single day. And I will see you all tomorrow for live packing. So